Range jumper becomes a pretty high percentage shot for him when he has that kind of space.
And stolen by Drummond. He's got a clear path. Here's Burns.
Oh, get it!
Oh, watch out now.
Huge advantage for them already.
And as well as they've played at both ends so far, this lead might continue to grow.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, head coach of the Pistons had some words for his team over the break. He told his guys their offense needed to run through Mr. Clutch. Coach said he's the player who should be getting the bulk of their touches early on in this game, and that's certainly nothing unusual for someone with his talent. The next thing he talked about was the pace he'd like to see them playing at offensively. He wants it to be a fast-paced game, pushing tempo all the time. It's still very early in this game, so there's plenty of time for those changes to take effect, Kevin.
And thank you, Doris. Drummond working against Dang. Outside Williams. 6 to shoot. Wade a screen on Monroe. Williams with the ball. Now Monroe defending. Williams can't get it to go.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one. Short stroke. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
The Heat trail by 14. Wade outside. Pass to Chalmers. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. And on your screen now are the Steel Eaters from the small forward spot. During the regular season, a very strong defensive group, to say the least. And you look at Mr. Clutch, always dangerous on the court. He leads the league.
Well, with the kind of defense he plays, he really gives his team someone to lean on at that end of the floor.
Yeah, he takes a lot of pressure off the big guys because he can thwart penetration just with his active hands. I mean, his feet are good, but it's the active hands that dissuade passes inside.
And Miami has possession after the missed three from Burns. Fades back, and that one hits back iron.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on him.
An absolute bomb from three-point range. Mr. Clutch has got a couple of threes now in the first for the Pistons. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played. And it's Dang in the corner. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
20 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Burns. And another three for Detroit.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
Ball's knocked loose. And here we go. Got it up. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Boy, ends the quarter with a dead-eye three as the buzzer sounds.
They had that set up, I think, Steve, and he timed it perfectly.
And we welcome you back to our presentation of Game 1. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Pistons.
Now, they didn't waste any time getting into a groove out there. They're dialed in from long range.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
On the floor for Detroit, Burns in at small forward. Anthony Tolliver out there with Jerebko. Then there's DJ Augustine, and it's Caldwell Pope in at the two guard. The Pistons making a change here. Singler's checked in. Now here is Augustine. Here's Mr. Clutch. He's got 18. Good on the shot. Augustine's got the first basket of the second quarter for Detroit.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Here's Cole, guarded by Augustine. Outside Dang. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Thanks, guys. Mr. Clutch, in their last game against the Knicks, boy, was he tremendous. He finished with 28 points, and he did his thing on the defensive side as well, nabbing more than his share of steals. Absolutely incredible numbers from him in a monstrous game.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a role like that tonight.
I agree with you there. I mean, he obviously hit on something that brought out the best in him, and you can be sure he's going to take the exact same approach in this one.
Definitely. And as confident a player as he already was, now he's got to be feeling absolutely unstoppable.
Now Wade, after the missed three from Burns. Wade double team. Outside Bosch, 6 to shoot. Chalmers dishes to Wade. Sees the alley-oop. Now Detroit moving it up. Here's Burns. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Boy, the floor really opened up for him there.
It sure did. A good job getting it started before the defense can get itself set.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
He is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the rim.
Detroit making a switch. Meeks is checked in. Williams with the ball. Singler covering. Williams double team. Wade outside. Kicks it to Chalmers. Knocked away. And here we go. Pistons running again. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
Yeah, defensively, some really good pressure being applied, though, so you've got to give credit there. It seems like they've been rattled a little bit.
Steve, you think they've been rattled?
Oh, they're rattled, all right, and turnovers will kill you, especially with a team like this that can force turnovers and get out in transition.
Detroit's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Meeks can't hit.
Excellent, really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Doubled by Burns. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
Drummond's checked in for Detroit. Jennings passes to Burns. From deep. Can't get it to go.
Things have kind of gone south for him here in the quarter.
And here is Chalmers. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. From deep three-point range. And Drummond kicks to Monroe. 29 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Chalmers with it, and Jennings picks him up defensively. And here we go, Jennings heading to the hoop.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that's not going to be able to continue if they hope to get back into this game, Clark. It's a deflating play for your morale.
On the wing, Williams. Feeds it to Wade. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Mr. Clutch. From deep. He nailed the buzzer beater.
Right between the eyes is how you would say it.
And through one half, it hasn't.
Okay, fellas, way to come out with a real sense of urgency, rising to the occasion.
And we're back to the action here in this round one matchup. What can you say, Mr. Clutch? An impressive effort here today.
Yeah, he put on a highlight reel in that first half alone. Just a collection of spectacular dunks.
It was a fireworks display. He nearly tore the hoop down with a couple of those slams multiple times.
Chalmers and D. Wade are the guards. Dang out there with Williams. And it's Bosch in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with. We've got a chance now to show you the hottest shooting teams over the course of the regular season. The Pistons, number 1.
You know, this team had excellent numbers during the regular season, and I would not be surprised to see them heating up here in the postseason as well. They had a nice rhythm going as the regular season came to a close.
Good.
And we've seen a few mix-ups defensively out there on the perimeter.
More than a few. I mean, the open looks they've allowed from long range have turned into a lot of points.
Now, here's Chalmers. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
Here's Mr. Clutch. And another three for Detroit.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
Yeah, in fact, 3 of the last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession.
And another mistake. This is embarrassing. I mean, you've got to make better decisions than that.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Rebounded by Chalmers.
Now, still a great start to the half after hitting their first 3, even before that miss.
They double him with Dang. Burns the pass to Drummond. To the left side wing. From deep. Can't hit. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Now, here's Chalmers. He kicks to Wade. Shot clock at 6. Stolen by Monroe. And here we go. Fast break. Jennings has got it. Meeks dishes to Drummond. Puts up the baby hook. And the shot is good.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
Yeah, look at the discrepancy in the assist column between these two teams.
Now, here's Chalmers. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And it's Dang in the corner. Back to Chalmers. 6 to shoot. The Heat need to get a shot off. Will it go? Rejected by Burns. The Pistons have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Hits the three-point bomb. Mr. Clutch has got 9 points in the quarter.
They are wreaking havoc on them with the three-point shot here.
Lazy perimeter defense, Clark. You got to take the shooter's airspace away from him.
There's a screen by Williams. It's tipped. Chalmers with it. Now guarded by Burns. And they're moving it up. Ahead, here's Monroe. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Well, they've played terrific basketball at both ends, and that's why this lead is totally out of control.
Really been an almost flawless game for him, Steve. No doubt about it. Complete domination. What a game for Mr. Clutch. 34 points, and he's buried a ton of three-pointers in this game, too.
Yeah, it's hard to keep track of just how many of those he's hit.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Whiteside's checked in for Bosch. Josh McRoberts comes in for Sean Williams. And Cole subbed in for Mario Chalmers. Then for the Pistons, Jerebko's checked in for Monroe. Caldwell Pope comes in for Meeks. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Brandon Jennings.
Kevin, not a single point in this quarter for him. Obviously, not what they need right now. He's got to score.
No good from Burns. For Miami, they've gone 0 of 4 from the field in the second half. Yet to find the mark. Passes it to McRoberts. And Cole kicks to Wade. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
Boy, just a
Nice work on D.
changes.
Anthony Tolliver. Substitution on the
Miami's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter.
It's going to be a tremendous boost for these guys as this game winds down here and what will be a win here in game 1.
How about that basketball,
Isn't that
fan?
beautiful?
Wow.
Well, guys, tonight they came in here and really dictated the terms of the engagement, which is very difficult to do as the visitors.
You're right. That's not usually the way things work in the NBA. It's a great win, and no question, it's going to be a happy plane ride out of here.
Chalmers with it. Now guarded by Burns. Shot clock at 6. McRoberts inside. Guarded by Augustine. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
substitution for the Heat.
Detroit's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
Norris Cole. Out of bounds. Still Heat ball.
Here's Cole.
21 seconds on the shot clock. 21.
Granger outside. Here's Ennis. And the shot is long. And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin.